The following is a presentation of Futures League Sea Unicorn Baseball. And now with the call of the game, Adam Plager.
Happy Cow Appreciation Night here at the ballpark as the Norwich Unicorns get set to play host to the Nashua Silver Knights. Game 2 of 3 consecutive meetings with this Nashua Silver Knight team as Norwich will look to try and get themselves back on track after suffering their first loss here in the month of July. A rocky battle for Norwich falling at the hands of the Nashua Silver Knights, 13-8 on a Sunday, in a game in which Norwich would like to turn the page from a series of errors, 4 wild pitches in the ballgame, and Norwich pitching issuing 6 walks in that ballgame. And it was really the story of that 4-run third inning and that 6-run fifth inning for the Nashua Silver Knights. That really the difference in the ballgame on Sunday. It's time to send it to the 3 things you need to know ahead of first pitch here tonight.
Unicorn fans, it's play-by-play broadcaster Adam Plager, and that's right, it's Cow Appreciation Night at the ballpark here, and Norwich is going to try and get themselves back into the win column. Game 2 of 3 in the series against the Nashua Silver Knights. Let's get you the 3 things you need to know ahead of first pitch. Thing number 1, Norwich is currently second in the Future League standings, but a win here tonight against Nashua can move Norwich back into a tie with the Westfield Starfires for first in the Future League standings. Thing number 2, Antonio Ducatelli was named Norwich Unicorn Player of the Week. He had a 4-hit ball game against this Nashua team back on Sunday. Ducatelli now batting over the 300 marker here this summer. Ducatelli last week finishing with an average of .545 with 3 runs scored. And thing number 3, Norwich will hand the baseball over to University of New Haven product Liam Carroll, 1-0 with a 1.84 ERA. That's the 3 things you need to know ahead of first pitch on Cow Appreciation.
Well, it should be an utterly terrific night here at the ballpark on Cow Appreciation Night. Norwich looking to show their appreciation with the victory in front of their home fans. Norwich has had some fun playing at home this summer, 12-6 over 18 games as the Unicorns will hand the baseball over to University of New Haven product Liam Carroll. But before all of that, I had an opportunity to meet with the manager, Kevin Murphy. He discusses some of the recent success from Antonio Ducatelli, Connor Lane, as well as how Norwich will look to continue to improve defensively as they look to search to get back into the win column here tonight, and a chance to try and even things up as far as the first place goes in the Future League standings. For more on that, here's my conversation with Unicorn manager Kevin Murphy. Unicorns back at home on a Cow Appreciation Tuesday night. I'm Adam Plager, joined now by the manager, Kevin Murphy. Well, Coach Murphy, maybe not the outcome wanted to see last game against this Nashua team, but how do we look to come correct here today?
Yeah, I mean, the other day was tough, but it's baseball, it's long season, stuff like that's going to happen. But, you know, just sticking to our game, playing better defense, and taking care of our ABs, we should be all right tonight.
Speaking of taking care of the at-bats, Antonio Ducatelli's bat has become white hot as of late. Connor Lane started to find his stroke at the plate. Just talk about that production in the batting order.
Yeah, I mean, 2 guys who kind of struggled early on, and now they're trying to, you know, get more ABs, having competitive at-bats. So you'll definitely see those 2 more in the lineup. We're giving Duke an off day today just because he played a little bit, but expect him to be back in tomorrow. And Lane's a guy where, like, he's taking classes now at UConn, so it's going to get a little dicey with his schedule, so we got to get him in at home whenever we can. So, yeah, just good stuff out of those guys, and hopefully we can keep it up with them so far. So,
talking about team defense, really far improved in the month of July, maybe a little bit of a step back, but just talk about that area of the game and the focus here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to play better defense. It's as simple as it is. Like, usually in the season so far, like, we've been beating ourselves, and the defense is going to have to get better because obviously we have the best pitching staff in the league, and we need to help them out. So,
well, speaking of pitching, the University of New Haven product Liam Carroll will get the baseball here tonight. Just talk about what the Unicorn fans should expect from him.
Yeah, just solid, just strikes, like competing in the zone, a lot of change-ups, working off his fastball, and yeah, just a lot of strikes, really.
One final question. Nashua Silver Knights back here at home today, game 2 of 3 against the Silver Knight team. Keys to victory against Nashua.
Just don't beat ourselves. That's really it. I mean, Nashua's a team who's kind of reeling right now, trying to get back in the hunt, but they're only 6.5 out with like 30 games left, so they're a good club, just like any other team in the league. But, it's just another game, another day, so not too much to improve on, really.
Unicorn fans, that's the manager, Kevin Murphy. First pitch tonight, 6.
Just about set for some baseball here on this Tuesday night, Cow Appreciation Night at the ballpark. Antonio Ducatelli is going to have the day off here today for the Norwich Unicorns, but boy, was he electric at the plate for the Norwich Unicorns last week. As we show you exactly what he was able to do for Norwich at the plate, 6 for 11, 545 average, and all of that leads him to be named Norwich Unicorn Player of the Week. The product of Island Trees High School in the Long Island area and the Central Connecticut State product had everything working for him at the plate. Just some really nice approaches at the plate where he's able to just take the pitches, and it was a simple approach for Ducatelli. Didn't try and do a whole lot, and that final game of the week on Sunday, 4 for 4, his first 4-hit performance this summer with the Norwich Unicorns. And again, he was on time, he was getting to the baseball, and in a spot where he could extend his arms through it. And he's a strong kid, and he really did all kinds of damage for Norwich. Had an RBI in that ball game, couple of runs scored. He was sensational for this Norwich Unicorn team, and there's that double to finish it out. A couple of doubles for Antonio Ducatelli, back-to-back games for him with extra base hits, and he was a central part to this offense who has the day off. We'll take a moment and step aside for the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you, Pedro Leon. And now, let's play ball.
Get ready for their lineup graphic in a second. Sixth meeting all time between Norwich and the Nashua Silver Knights. This summer, 3-3 for the Unicorns and the Silver Knights as they will get familiar with each other once again. Game 2 of a 3-game series against Nashua, and the final one here at home in the Rose City. It's time to meet the starting lineup for the visiting Nashua Silver Knights, as designed by their manager, Kyle Jackson. Leading off for Nashua is the shortstop, A.J. Ascentino. Batting second in center field, Nader Wachter. Batting third at first base, Owen Carey. The cleanup hitter in right field, Aiden Zorin. Batting fifth at second base, Drew Loikis. Batting sixth in left field, River Hart. The bottom of the order is the designated hitter, Brady O'Brien. The newcomer bats seventh. Scott Donahue will do the catching here tonight. And Jeff Valdez at third base will bat ninth. Cam Cavani on the hill for the Nashua Silver Knights as Norwich will hand the baseball over to left-hander Liam Carroll, the product of the University of New Haven with the Chargers. A look at the numbers for Liam Carroll, who was electric, who earned the victory his last time out against the Westfield Starfires. A 1-0 record for Carroll with a 1.84 ERA and a whip stationed at 1.30. It's the left-hander Liam Carroll who will get to work here tonight as Norwich will try and hunt win number 21 of the summer. Just about set for baseball here tonight from the Rose City. It'll be A.J. Ascentino to lead things off for Nashua. He had the day off last time these two teams met, but Ascentino was in the lineup in the fifth meeting of the summer between these two sides. Ashantino showing bunt and underway here tonight, 6:32 local time. Another hot, humid day in eastern Connecticut for some Futures League collegiate baseball. Official weather, 82 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and the humidity making it feel like 87 degrees here tonight. Look at the Norwich Unicorn defense. Anthony Tirado at third base. The shortstop, Alex Irizarry. As Carroll's pitch home misses for ball one, and the counts 1-2 at the right side of the infield. Christopher DePrima makes his debut. He's at second base, and Bo Jaworski at first. The 1-2 home is overdue first on the backhand side. Jaworski will step on the first base bag. One up and one down for Carroll here tonight.
The center fielder, Southern New Hampshire University, number 41, Nater Wachter.
To bring up the Southern New Hampshire product, Nater Wachter, we saw begin last game for Nashua in right field and later move to center field. Will begin this ball game in center field for the Silver Knights. For manager Kyle Jackson, whose team was able to snap a 4-game losing skid with the statement win 13-8 over these Norwich Unicorns in a ball game in which Norwich just was unable to really find their footing. Carroll's 0-2 delivery home is downstairs for ball one. The Unicorn outfield from left to right. A.J. Soldra is in left field. The center fielder for the Unicorns is Trey Porter. And Jack Sweeney in right field. The 1-2 pitch just off the end of the bat of Wachter. That'll go back to the screen, and the battle will continue. Wachter, last time these teams met on Sunday, finished his night 2 for 6 as he lifts the fly ball out to center field. Moving back and coming in now is Trey Porter, the center fielder. So good work so far from Liam Carroll as he's taking care of the first two batters in order here tonight.
Rutgers University, number 25, Owen Perry.
Just the first appearance this summer for Porter in center field, and quickly finding his tracks out there in the outfield. It's the left-handed hitting Owen Carey out of Rutgers University, Londonderry, New Hampshire native. Carey listed as a outfielder on the Silver Knights roster, but opportunity here tonight to play some first base for Nashua. The 1-1 delivery home is sliced foul. It's headed into the seats on the third base concourse out to where the Cows are located here at the ballpark tonight. And the battle still going. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes between the left-handed hitting first baseman Owen Carey and left-hand starter Liam Carroll. The 1-2 delivery is taken outside for ball 2. The pitcher-catcher battery for Norwich is Liam Carroll tossing to Owen Turner, who will make his first start of the summer for Norwich. He was added to the roster this week. The 2-2 delivery home is downstairs, and the count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carey last game on Sunday was 0 for 5, scored a run, and also had an RBI. The full count delivery is taken outside for ball 4. So it's a 2-out walk issued by Liam Carroll. And it'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Aiden Zorn. The first delivery to Zorn, aggressive, lifted into right field. Moving in on it is Sweeney, and will make the catch in medium right field to end the inning. Carroll able to strand a 2-out base runner. Norwich coming to the plate in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Future League Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
Better, much better. Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better, better it burns. Much better, so much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Does anyone have a shot of our batters over there? You want to see if... There we go. I'm sure I'll get them. All right, I'm ready to... Come on. Oh. Welcome back here to Norwich. We'll look at the batting order as designed by manager Kevin Murphy. Leading off is the first baseman, Bo Jaworski. Batting second for Norwich in center field, Trey Porter. Batting third in left field, A.J. Soldra. The cleanup hitter, Connor Lane. Batting fifth in right field, Jack Sweeney. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Anthony Tirado. In the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Owen Turner, the catcher, bats seventh. Christopher DePrima at second base, bats eighth. And Alex Irizarry, the shortstop, bats ninth for Norwich, as they will take on starting pitcher Cam Cavaney. Cavaney on the rubber, incoming freshman at Northeastern University, Exeter, New Hampshire native, as Jaworski taps one to the third base side of the rubber. A high throw is going to pull the first baseman, carry off the bag, and it's going to be an infield knock for Bo Jaworski. Norwich in business immediately. It's third game in a row for Jaworski with the base knock, and Norwich in business to start this ball game here on Tuesday night. Jaworski just got a piece of it, and that was all that he would need. And there's a wild pitch, and Jaworski is into scoring position. He's at second base. Cavaney so far this summer for the Nashua Silver Knights. This is his third start of the summer, fourth appearance. 9 innings worked. He's allowed 10 hits, 9 runs. 4 of those earned runs, has issued 9 walks, 11 strikeouts, and an ERA at 4 on the nose. Left-hander Cavaney, a check at Jaworski. The pitch home to Porter and misses inside, and it's going to leak behind the catcher, Donahue. And just like that, Norwich has a base runner at third base. Porter so far this summer for Norwich, batting .256 in 14 games. As he'll watch strike one. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the Monmouth University product. Cavaney's 2-1 deliveries upstairs for ball 3. So some command trouble early on for Cavaney. Norwich has the potential first run of the ball game, standing 90 feet away. That's represented by Bo Jaworski, who tapped an infield base hit, and there's a chopper back to the mound. Collected there by Cavaney. A look back for runner Jaworski, and we'll toss over to first base. That's the first out for Norwich here in the home first. And that will keep Jaworski stationed at third with 1 away. So it's A.J. Soldra to bat. He's the team leader in average, .380. Breaking ball misses upstairs from Cavaney for ball 1. Soldra So far 27 for his first 71 with 9 extra base hits and 10 RBIs as he swings through strike one on the breaking ball at the knees, and the count is even. Nashua currently 6th place in the Future League standings. Norwich currently seated 2nd. The Soldier swings away. It's lifted into foul ground on the third base side, and Valdez, the third baseman, running out of real estate as it hits off the sidewall, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the recently committed Seton Hall product, AJ Soldra, who wrapped up his freshman season at NJIT, and boy, was he dominant in his rookie campaign, batting .345 in 116 plate appearances. The 1-2 delivery home is swung through for strike 3. Soldra set down on strikes. It's an important strikeout and second out recorded in the inning to take care of A.J. Soldra. Norwich in danger of stranding their base runner at third as Connor Lane will come to the plate for the Norwich Unicorns. Lane will be headed to Yukon. The delivery home to Lane, as we'll show you probably his next at bat. Some of the recent success for Connor Lane for the Unicorns, who was 3 for 4 last time out against Nashua and 5 for 6 overall this summer. An .833 batting average for Lane, who's really found his stride as of late. Back in the DH spot here tonight for manager Kevin Murphy, but in the cleanup spot. There's strike 2. Cavani working around a base runner at third. That's Bo Jaworski, who began the inning with a little tapper that he legged out for an infield single. There's a hard hit ball over to left field, moving back in, making the catch on it is left fielder River Hart to end the inning. Norwich threatens, but they fail to score as they'll leave the base runner aboard. 1 hit in the inning for Norwich as we head to the second inning here in the Rose City. You're watching Sea Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Leading off the top of the second inning for Nashua, the second baseman, Central Michigan, number 8, Drew Coitus.
It'll be the Central Michigan product to lead things off. It's Drew Loikis, who's at second base here tonight as he swings through strike 1, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Loikis so far this summer batting .312 for Nashua. Over 109 plate appearances. Loikis out of South Haven, Michigan, 6'1", 175. Swings it from the right side of the plate. Ahead of the count, 2-1. Carroll's 2-1 delivery home is swung through for strike 2. Out ahead of the breaking ball on the outside corner was Loikis. Last time these teams met, Loikis was not in the lineup for Nashua in that ball game, but has seen some action against the Norwich Unicorns here this summer. Carroll will try and take care of him. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. The lefty delivery's home, is swung through for strike 3. Another strikeout here to go on the summer for Liam Carroll, who entered tonight's outing for the Unicorns with a total of 19 strikeouts. There's number 20 of the summer. Here, the leadoff batter in the inning, Loikis. There's strike 1 to the left fielder, River Hart. Hart still the league leader in home runs for the Silver Knights. There's ball 1 on the fastball that just misses outside. Hart so far this summer for Nashua batting .222 in 23 games. There's a bouncing ball, third base side. It's going to roll into foul ground. And it counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carroll's been a quick worker here tonight for the Unicorns. The 1-2 delivery home is lifted into left field, tailing towards the foul line. It's going to move into foul territory. A good swing there with 2 strikes from River Hart, who is out of UMass Lowell, rising sophomore. Nashua, New Hampshire native, staying home this summer in the Gate City. Carroll ready, and the 1-2 delivery is upstairs, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hart so far this summer, a OPS of .860 and a .500 slugging percentage. Carroll ready, the 2-2 delivery is nice foul on the third base side. Hart once again just getting a piece of it, reaching out to the outer part of the plate. Hart was 0 for 2 last time these teams met, with a couple of runs scored as he just gets a piece of it. And the battle's still brewing here between Carroll and Hart. Lefty-righty matchup here with 1 away. The left-hander set, and the even count delivery is swung through for strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Carroll to begin matters here in the top of the second. So to bring up the designated hitter, Brady O'Brien. O'Brien will make his debut this summer with Nashua as he was just added to the roster earlier today. And the big bender nails the top of the zone for strike 1. Carroll's 0-1 delivery is popped up. First base side, moving in, and there to make the catch on it is Sweeney to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Carroll. Still scoreless in Norwich as we head to the home second. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try.
the right fielder from Rutgers University, number 2, Jack Sweeney.
Jack Sweeney will lead it off for the Unicorns as we prepare for the home second here in Norwich. Sweeney's first delivery misses outside on into the righty batter's box. Into the lefty batter's box. Here comes the 1-0 delivery home. Swung through and the count's even. Out in front of it was Sweeney, who was a recent addition for the Norwich Unicorns. This is just the third game of the summer for Sweeney. The 1-1 delivery is again out in front. There was Sweeney, and the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jack Sweeney, last time against Nashua, was over 3, drew a walk and was struck out twice as he chops it foul on the third base side. Sweeney was with Allentown High School in New Jersey and is preparing to take his talents to Rutgers University in the fall. Protecting on 2 strikes, the 1-2 delivery is tomahawked foul on the third base side, and the battle still going between Sweeney and Cavani. Cavani allowed just a leadoff base hit last inning and then was able to set down the next 3 in order. The left-hander spins it home, and there's strike 3. Second strikeout of the night for Cam Cavani. Takes care of Sweeney. And with 1 gone in the Norwich second, it'll bring up the third baseman, Anthony Tirado. Tirado trying to sort things out for himself at the plate. Just 1 for his last 17. There's strike 1 on the outside corner. Lefty on lefty matchup here between Anthony Tirado and Cam Cavani, who's been on cruise control to start this outing. Just getting a piece of it there was Tirado, and well ahead here's Cavani, 0-2. Coach Murphy, manager Kevin Murphy, I should say, held a team meeting with the group before batting practice with the emphasis on the approach at the plate. So, Norwich responds here in this ball game as Cavani bounces 1 in the dirt, and the count's 1-2. Really wanted him to focus and concentrate on their plate approach and not be free swingers. Make sure they understand their strike zone, and when they see a pitch that's in their zone, to make sure they're on time to it. The 1-2 delivery is chopped to second. Collected there by Loikis. His throw to first in time to take care of Tirado. 2 up and 2 down for Cavani in the home second. And it'll bring up the catcher, Owen Turner.
University, number 13, Owen Turner.
Turner, fresh after completing his senior season with Birmingham Brothers Rice, located in Bloomfield Township, Michigan, and well behind in the count, 0-2. Turner came into the ball game in the 6th inning on Sunday. That defeat against Nashua. Here comes the 0-2 delivery off the end of the bat, sailing into foul ground on the first base side, and there to make the catch in front of the bleachers is Owen Carey, and that's how the inning will end. A 1-2-3 inning on the hill from Cam Cavani, scoreless in Norwich through 2 innings. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
You've won. Let's go for the hat trick. Here's your third one. Oh, she won that by a mile. Congratulations, Allie. Great job. I think that was the fastest we had this year. You're going to win a nice set of headphones, courtesy of Sennheiser. Thank you for playing and enjoy the rest of our game. And thank you, Sennheiser.
Norwich Unicorns are excited to host the All-Star Experience here in the summer of 2024. Get your tickets now as they're selling fast. It'll all begin on Monday, July 22nd with the Home Run Derby, as the Best of the Futures League will be on display and will continue July 23rd on Tuesday, where the best players in the Futures League will take part in some workouts as well as the All-Star game, which will happen later in the day. Soldier moving back in on one pitch. Retired is Scott Donahue. So economical work here in this ball game from Liam Carroll. Bossy will also be a part of the All-Star Experience. We will have a post-home run derby concert that will begin around 8 o'clock Eastern time on Monday. As the breaking ball just misses downstairs to the third baseman, Jeff Valdez. Valdez lifts one foul on the third base side, who's going to have that one put away by the catcher, Owen Turner, who moves into foul territory. Quick work here by Carroll in the top of the third inning. Just 3 pitches and a couple of outs. Back to the top of the order, it's A.J. Ashantino. Ashantino grounded out to the first baseman, Bo Jaworski, his first time up. And the left-hander's first delivery is a fastball that nails the outside corner. Ashantino will be a rising freshman at Northeastern University, native of Miller Place, New York. The 0-1 delivery is outside, and the count's even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carroll's 1-1 offering, just getting a piece of it. Out in front of it there was Ashantino. We'll still battle here with a couple of strikes on him. There's a fly ball lifted into left field. Soldier moving back on it and will make the catch in medium left field. Quick hitting for Liam Carroll, who sets them down in order in the third inning. Headed to the home third in Norwich. No score between the Unicorns and the Silver Knights. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer. And as always, go See Unicorns.
Unicorn fans, every Thursday home game is Thirsty Thursday here at the ballpark, which is presented by the famous Narragansett Beer Company. Those specials will be released every home game here at the ballpark. Next Thursday home game is July 11th, when the Norwich Unicorns will play host to the Worcester Bravehearts. First pitch is scheduled for 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Every Thursday here is Thirsty Thursday, and we invite you to come to the ballpark and enjoy some drinks on tap from the Nagarette Beer Company and some Norwich Unicorn Future League Baseball. Ready to go here in the home third. It's the recently added Christopher DePrima, who's aggressive on the first pitch he sees and rolls it over to the second baseman, Drew Loikas. So one pitch, and that's all that's needed to retire the number 8 hitter in the Unicorn batting order. That's DePrima. Almost polar opposites as far as the way this ball game went on Sunday. This is moving in quick succession here tonight. It's the number 9 hitter, Alex Irizarry, who's batting .211 so far this summer after hitting a bump in the road here as of late for Norwich over the last couple of weeks. Irizarry 0 for his last 15, trying to snap the skid here tonight. The 0-1 delivery home is taken for strike 2 on the outside corner. Irizarry last played against the Starfires on July 5th, where he was 0 for 4 in the ball game with a run scored and a walk. Irizarry's been hitless in 3 consecutive games. The Quinnipiac transfer looking to try and find a spark here against Nashua. Cavani's 0-2 delivery home is, oh my, that's called strike 3. Appeared to be below the knees, but Irizarry rung up on strikes. 2 up and 2 down here in the Unicorn third inning. Back to the top of the order, it's Bo Jaworski, the lone Unicorn with the hit so far in this ball game. It's the 3rd strikeout of the night for Cam Cavani. As Jaworski watches strike 1, catch the outside corner. Jaworski out of Central Connecticut State University, batting .206 for the Unicorns, and wow, that missed the zone, and I don't think it missed the zone by much. A borderline pitch goes the way of Jaworski. That'll even the count, 1-1. Even count delivery just misses outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Jaworski last game against Nashua was 2 for 5 with a strikeout and was also picked off first base. The 2-1 delivery is outside for ball 3. It was a unbelievable deceptive pickoff move by Anderson Coelho Bautista, who just entered the ball game, and that's how he recorded his first out in the inning. The 3-1 delivery is just tapped foul, and the count is full. In 18 games this past season with Central Connecticut State, Jaworski batted .195 with a couple of home runs, 7 RBIs, and scored 8 runs. He's enjoyed some success, though, against the Silver Knights, 3 for 8. The full count delivery is lifted into the left center field gap, but a beat there for River Hart to make the catch, who had a nice jump on it. And Norwich down in order here in the 3rd. No score between Nashua and Norwich. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
The Norwich Unicorns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at GoSeaUnicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
Norwich Unicorns are excited to host summer clinics here at Dodd Stadium July 29th, 30th, and 31st. Always exciting to have the youngsters here at the ballpark where Norwich Unicorn players will be on the field with the youngsters in attendance for baseball summer clinic days, helping the youngsters quickly try and move up the ranks. Always an exciting time here at the ballpark. Those summer camp days again, July 29th, 30th, and 31st here at the ballpark. Count is 2-0 to the center fielder Nader Wachter. Carroll has been a quick worker here in this ball game. There's a hard hit ball over to short, backing up Irizarry's throw across the diamond is in time to take care of the center fielder Nader Wachter, and the leadoff hitter retired in the Silver Knight fourth.
The first baseman, Owen Carey.
So it'll bring up the first baseman, Owen Carey, who drew a walk in his first plate appearance. He's the only base runner so far, and will be right back aboard. It's the first hit of the ball game for Nashua, right back up the middle into center field. First hit of the night for the Silver Knights belongs to the first baseman, Owen Carey, who cranked it right back up the middle, and good thing Carroll was able to get himself out of the way. He would have been a victim of a rocket off the bat of Owen Carey. Came into action batting .289. That number is surely going to rise for the utility player. Quickly back on track is Carroll fires a first pitch strike to Aiden Zorn, who's in left field tonight. The 0-1 deliveries downstairs. It gets away from the catcher Turner. His throw to second's going to be not in time. So it's a swipe bag on the pass ball for Owen Carey. He moves into scoring position. First base runner in scoring position tonight for the Silver Knights. Zorn batting .282, entering play in 27 contests as he swings through one foul on the third base side into the on-deck circle, which is being filled by the second baseman, Drew Loikis. Left-hander set at the belt and ready to come home on 1-2. Over to short, collected there by Irizarry, going to third. The throw is not in time. Alex Irizarry can't believe it as he tossed it to Anthony Tirado, and that's going to bring out the manager, Kevin Murphy, who is a bit animated. He thought Irizarry had that throw on time. It was a heads-up play there from the shortstop, Alex Irizarry. But the ruling by the field umpire at third base is that the base runner, Owen Carey, was able to slide underneath the tag. And if so, that is the case. It's going to be runners at the corners for Nashua with one away. A big turn of events here in Norwich as Kevin Murphy cannot believe that call. He needs to watch himself here so he doesn't get tossed out of this ball game. And now there's going to be a discussion between all three umpires here. So Unicorn manager trying to come to the aid of his defense. This is a big spot in the ball game. And if the call is upheld, it's runners at first and third, as Zorn would reach on the fielder's choice. If it's overturned, it's not going to be. So that call is going to stay. Runners at the corners with one out. A golden opportunity looming for the Silver Knights with one away and runners at the corners. So it'll bring up Drew Loikis with one out. He struck out in his first plate appearance back in the second inning. And swinging away, that one's crushed out to left field. Moving back, Soldier still going back. It's off the wall. Soldier loses his footing. That'll plate one run, and here comes Zorn racing all the way around from first. He will score. It's a two-run scoring, ringing double off the bat of Aiden Zorn, who walloped it out to the left field wall. It's 3:09 down the line. Soldier went all the way back for it, but stumbled along the warning track. And Nashua draws first blood here tonight. And how crucial is that call? A real game changer here in the early goings. Carroll trying to battle his way out of it as his next test will come against the left fielder, River Hart. For Loikis, that's RBI's 16 and 17 of the summer for the Central Michigan product. Carroll trying to navigate his way out of the inning and mitigate any further damage as the curveball misses below the zone, and it's 2-1. The runner at second is Drew Loikis, who smashed an RBI double to the wall in left field. Norwich defense all around playing in. Here comes the 2-1 delivery home. Low and in for ball 3. Turner able to keep it in front of him, and that'll prevent Loikis from taking any further mileage on the base pass. Some action in the Norwich bullpen. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. In on the hands, fisted out to center field. It's falling in a hurry. It's going to fall in. Racing around third and coming home, and a collision at the plate. And tagged out is Loikis. Oh, what a BB of a throw there by the center fielder, Trey Porter, who's able to gun down the base runner, Drew Loikis. We'll see if we have that one on our replay potential. What an incredible play there. And as we have it for you, here's a look at that play at the plate. A perfectly executed throw from Trey Porter. And there's the second out in the inning. It's the third hit of the inning for Nashua as Hart's able to take second base on that throw home. It'll bring up Brady O'Brien, who finished up his undergraduate at Colby College with the Mules and has decided to take his talents to the University of Richmond after earning a degree in data analytics. Behind in the count, 0-2 is O'Brien. There's a pitch lifted foul on the first base side. And the battle's still ongoing between Carroll and O'Brien as the throwback from Turner was over the glove of Liam Carroll. And there to collect it is the Norwich second baseman, Christopher DePrima. Good thing that didn't go into the outfield. The 0-2 delivery down in the dirt for ball 1, and a nice block from Owen Turner to keep that one in front of him. O'Brien, his last time out, flew out to right field in his first plate appearance this summer with Nashua, who's wearing their road red uniforms with the gray bottoms, and Norwich wearing their home white uniforms with the Cinecorn lettering across the chest. Starting to go, there was the base runner Hart, and there's a pitch fouled back to the screen. And the count's still 1-2 strikes. O'Brien in his senior season with Colby College batted .333, 46 hits and 138 plate appearances. A ground ball over to short. Irizarry's throw across the diamond will end the inning, but the damage is done thanks to a 2-run RBI double off the bat of Drew Loikis. It's the Silver Knights holding a 2-0 lead as we're headed to the home fourth. You're watching Cinecorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
First Responders Night, brought to you by Hartford Healthcare. Special ticket pricing for all our first responders available at our box office. So please help the Sea Unicorns recognize our first responders. That's this coming Friday, July the 12th. Game to be followed by fireworks courtesy of Liberty Bank. And we're home on Saturday, July the 13th versus the Road.
The Norwich Unicorns have partnered with attorney John Heyman to bring a Reason to Ride bike night to Dodd Stadium on Wednesday, July 31st as part of the Unicorns home game against the New Britain Bees. Riders can enter their bikes into a contest to win prizes and proceeds from the special entry fee. That includes a ticket to the game. Those will all go to help needy veterans. For more details, please reach out to Casey Collins via email at casey@goseaunicorns.com for more information. Once again, a Reason to Ride bike night coming to Dodd Stadium on Wednesday, July 31st, when the Norwich Unicorns will play host to the New Britain Bees. First pitch is scheduled for 6:30 Eastern Time, and the gates will open 1 hour prior to first pitch. Ready to go here in the home fourth. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Unicorns, begun by center fielder Trey Porter. He's made some unbelievable plays in the outfield here today. His last one was an assist home. A lazy fly ball lifted into center field, and moving underneath it is Nader Wachter to take care of Trey Porter. So one pitch and one out here for Cam Cavaney, who's been on a mission here tonight. That'll bring up A.J. Soldra. Soldra coming off back-to-back multi-hit performances as he's restarted a mini hitting streak for himself after having his season-long 12-game hitting streak snapped earlier this month. That stretch was from June 7th all the way up until the very end of June, which his final hit, I should say, came June the 30th before it was broken up a little bit later. Protecting on 2 strikes is Soldier. The 1-2 pitch is chopped over to second. Collected there by Loikis. Stumbling his throw on his knees at the seat of his pants is going to be in time to take care of A.J. Soldier. We'll try and rewind that one. An incredible play there by Loikis, who was able to recover there from his knees to take care of the speedy Soldier just maybe by a half a step. So it'll bring up Connor Lane, who's had maybe one of the hottest bats in the lineup for the Norwich Unicorns. And in the count, 0-1. And on his hands, popped up, first base side, Carey moving over, and once again, in foul ground, is able to make another catch. And that's going to wrap up the inning. Norwich goes down in order here in the fourth. Held to just 1 hit so far. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
Edward, there we go. Thanks, Ed. We're down here with our contestants. So how it's going to work, I'm going to have each of them say their name, and then they're going to give their best moo impression, and based on the crowd's loudest cheers, we're going to judge who wins. All right, so let's start it off.
David. Nick.
Jacoby.
Taylor. My name is Eliza.
Congratulations, Eliza!
Thank you, Emma. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for USC Unicorns, Bryant University, number 17, Michael Belcher. Belcher now pitching for Norwich. Leading off the top of the fifth inning for Nashua. The catcher,
A food fight is coming to Dodd Stadium as the New England Lobster Rolls make their return as a part of the 30th season celebration of Dodd Stadium. The Connecticut Tigers' alternate identity in 2018 and 2019. The Lobster Rolls will take on the Vermont Creamies, the Lake Monsters, in the back half of a home-at-home food fight, as it will be the Vermont Lake Monsters who will wear their food fight uniform in the series opener, and Norwich will close it out wearing the throwbacks to the Connecticut Tiger days, as it's going to be just foul down that third baseline. A close call there, as it was the catcher Scott Donahue, maybe just by half an inch, as Anthony Tirado gave it a close look. That could have easily been extra bases on the way. Norwich has made a pitching change here this inning for Michael Belcher. It's the right-handed reliever. He will be headed to Bryant University. Fires in strike one, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. The 1-2 delivery home is downstairs, and that'll even the count so far for Belcher with the Unicorns in 2 appearances this summer. An inning and 2/3 worked. And there is strike 3, so rung up there is Donahue on the low strike. Belcher has his first punch out. That's going to be his second strikeout of the summer, a 16.2 ERA, and that's all thanks to a rocky first outing this summer back in Worcester, where he was thrust into the fire of a bases-loaded jam and allowed 3 earned runs, issued a pair of walks, and had a strikeout in that outing. Quickly got himself back on track in his last appearance. Looking to hold Nashua here, as there is strike 2. A big wave and a miss from the number 9 hitter, Jeff Valdez. Belcher's 0-2 delivery is swung on and missed for strike 3. Fooled him with the breaking ball, got him to expand his strike zone. Back-to-back punch-outs for Belcher here in the top of the 5th inning.
The shortstop, A.J. Ascentino.
Final numbers for Liam Carroll here tonight. 4 innings worked with a couple of strikeouts and allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits. All those runs came back in the 4th inning thanks to an RBI double from the second baseman, Drew Loikis. The 0-1 delivery is well outside into the righty batter's box. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's been a quick ball game here, not even an hour into it, almost through 4.5. A check swing, and they'll say he did go around. Belcher strikes the Silver Knights out in order. An unbelievable inning from Michael Belcher, who finishes the inning with a exclamation mark. It's a 2-1 lead for Nashua, headed to the home 5th You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Tickets for the All-Star game start at $10, so please be here. Both days are All-Star Experience, Monday the July 22nd, Tuesday July the 23rd. Well, fans, as you can tell, I've been working so hard, so it's time for me to take my well-deserved break. You're now going to enjoy our junior announcer. Her name is Trinity. She is from Lebanon, Connecticut, and she will announce the Sea Unicorns batters in the bottom of this inning.
The Norwich Unicorns made an addition to the All-Star Experience. That's right, a meet and greet with Jim Lawrence, who will be making an appearance during the All-Star Experience on Tuesday, July 23rd. Lawrence will be hanging out with the Future League All-Stars on the field during their batting practice sessions, and from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., Lawrence will be on the main concourse signing autographs and providing photo opportunities for the fans, as he will also throw out the ceremonial first pitch prior to the All-Star game. It was an unbelievable major league career for Lawrence, who spent 11 seasons in the big leagues. Was a part of 2 World Series championships. As there's a pitch fouled back to the screen for strike 2. It's Jack Sweeney, the right fielder for Norwich, as the Unicorns have been held hitless since the leadoff single from Bo Jaworski. And there's strike 3. Sweeney down on strikes for the second time tonight. That's how matters will begin here in the home fifth. So it's the Unicorn third baseman, Anthony Tirado, with one away in the bottom of the fifth, as the first delivery from Cavani misses narrowly outside. Cavani, the left-hander, ready to go, and the delivery to Tirado swung through for strike 2. Tirado in the midst of a slump, trying to find his way out of it. It's been a tough stretch for him. He's had some difficulty against Nashua pitching. Just 2 for his first 12. 1 run, an RBI, has drawn 3 walks, and has also been struck out twice. Protecting on 2 strikes is the Cheshire, Connecticut native. Here comes the 1-2 delivery outside, and the count is even. The even count delivery is inside for ball 3. Tirado, prior to taking his talents to UMass, played under head coach Anthony Giano, where he was the team captain as a senior and named team MVP that year. Here comes the full count delivery. It's lifted into foul territory onto the concourse. And the battle still going here between Tirado and Cam Cavani, who's been on a roll here tonight. Has allowed just 1 hit. And that's the only base runner so far tonight, as there is strike 3. Tirado caught looking, rung up on the outside breaking ball, and back-to-back Unicorns set down as Connor Lane will come to the plate for the Norwich Unicorns, and I'll show you what exactly he's been doing for the Nashua Silver Knights as of late. A couple of doubles in that span, and Norwich looking for him to try and keep that going here. End of the count, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 delivery in on his hands, popped him up. And taking control is Cavani, and that's how the inning's going to end. Norwich down in order here in the 5th inning, and that's 15 consecutive batters that Cavani set down in order. A 2-0 lead for the visitors as we're headed to the 6th inning. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
And now it's time for.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
And let's go on to the field for the pillow fight. We have Olivia and Evie. Okay, Evie, raise your hand so I'll know who you are. Okay, Evie is on the left, and we have Olivia on the right in the red shorts. They're going to have a pillow fight. Let's see who's going to win. You will determine the audience the winner. Okay, girls, on your mark, get set, go! This is the all-sleep pillow fight. And we have a pretty good fight out there. Oh, they are going at it pretty good. We have in the red Evie, and we have a good one landed. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. Break them up. Tyler, get in the middle of that now. Okay, how many think in the red shorts was our winner, Evie? How many think our other contestant, Olivia, was the winner? And it looks like it wasn't unanimous, but it was close. We have Olivia as the winner. Thanks, girls, for playing in our all-sleep pillow fight. Be sure to visit All Sleep there at South Wyndham, Connecticut. Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Silver Knights, center fielder Nader Wachter.
Southern Connecticut's own Nick Bossy will be a part of the All-Star experience as he'll have a post-home run derby concert here at Dodd Stadium. Nick Bossy in 2022 was Best Male Performer, is voted by the New England Music Awards, and was named Locals Live Champion at Mohegan Sun Wolf Den competition. So excited to have Southern Connecticut's own Nick Bossy a part of the All-Star experience. His post-home run derby concert is expected to begin around 8 o'clock local time. Here comes the 0-1 delivery home. There's a hard hit line drive that's going to go through into center field. It's a leadoff base knock off the bat of Nader Wachter, who's aboard for the first time tonight. And Nashua in business here in the top of the 6th inning. Belcher was as dominating as one could be in the 5th inning. Struck out the side in order. Right now dealing with a leadoff base runner. That's represented by Nader Wachter as Belcher pumps in a first pitch strike to Owen Carey. He singled into center field his last time up and later moved to second base on the throw home from Trey Porter, which took care of Drew Loikis. That erased a potential 3rd run from coming on the board. The Unicorn offense has been held in check tonight. Cavani has allowed just 1 hit in 5 innings of work. Has retired the last 15 in order. There's the fastball in on the hands of Carey, and the count is in the favor of Belcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carey batting just above the 280 marker as the pickoff attempt to first is going to be in time. Michael Belcher with an unbelievable pickoff move. We'll try and replay that one as Michael Belcher is able to take care of that leadoff base runner, Nader Wachter, with a slippery little pickoff toss, and Bo Jaworski able to apply the tag. 1-3 on the pickoff, and there's the first out in the top of the 6th. Big change in events here, as that will erase that leadoff base runner. This is the first pickoff of the summer for Belcher. The right-hander's 1-2 delivery is just downstairs, and Turner was a bit handcuffed by it. That'll level the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander Belcher back in the full windup. The delivery home is right back up the middle. Irizarry sliding across the diamond. His throw is not in time. Oh my, a close play there is Alex Irizarry with an unbelievable play to just keep that one within the infield. I'll show you that sequence there. As Alex Irizarry had a move from his right to his left. Ooh, it looked like a good throw, but maybe just by a half a step. Owen Carey was able to beat that out, so a base runner back aboard. And Belcher trying to find a second pickoff of the inning. That one's going to be a unsuccessful one, but he's going to try and keep close tabs on the first baseman, Owen Carey, who 2 for 2 tonight. There's a wild pitch that's going to roll all the way to the backstop. And into scoring position goes Carey. Nashua tonight, 2 runs on 5 hits. Just 6 hits overall in the ball game. Belcher, the right-hander, a look back at Carey. Here comes the 1-0 delivery right over to second on the glove. That's collected there by DePrima. In a rundown is Carey, collected there by Tirado. Over to Irizarry, and stumbling inside the base path there was Owen Carey. And Norwich able to take care of the lead base runner. An unbelievable play there by the second baseman, Christopher DePrima, who was able to begin that double play opportunity for Norwich, who collected it on a hop and immediately fired over to the third baseman, Tirado, who was able to run back the base runner Carey to Irizarry, and all the shortstop had to do was apply the tag. So 2 unconventional outs here in the inning, and that'll set the stage for Drew Loikis. The base runner is Aiden Zorn, who reaches on the fielder's choice. And Norwich very pleased with having him be the base runner, then having a base runner at third base. Belcher, a snap throw over to first. Another good look there on the pickoff. Belcher's been deceptive with that pickoff move. Breaking balls pounded into the inside corner for strike 2. Loikis has struck out and has the 2-run RBI double. That's the difference right now in the ball game. Belcher a look back at the runner Zorn. And here comes the 0-2 delivery home. Outside for ball 1. Belcher will try and reset his grip on the baseball. And the runner is going, but there is strike 3. It's not going to matter. Belcher has his 4th punch out of the ball game, and in some roundabout way, Norwich able to navigate around all kinds of action on the base pass. Headed to the home 6th here in Norwich. You're watching Sea Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio.
Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
For all construction projects, commercial and residential, it's P7 Construction. They're local. Find them on Facebook. Once again, for all construction needs and projects, head and check out P7 Construction on Facebook. They're local. Ready to go in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's been a quick affair so far tonight. Just 6 hits overall in the ball game, as Cam Cavani has been as dominating as one can be. He's retired the last 15 unicorns in order. It'll be Alex Irizarry who will lead things off. Irizarry in his first plate appearance was caught looking. For his last 16 is the Bobcat transfer. Here's the 1-0 delivery home. There's a fly ball lifted into left field, but it's going to be playable out there for River Hart. So Irizarry taken care of for the first out in the Norwich 6th. Excuse me, that was Christopher DePrima. My apologies. The delivery to Irizarry. Leaving a miss there for strike one. 0-1 delivery. There's a hard hit ball that's headed out to the right center field gap. It's going to be out to the wall. Irizarry around first, headed to second, and will go in sliding safely. Alex Irizarry with the 1-out double out to the wall in right field. It was a tremendous effort out there by the right fielder, Hayden Zorn, but unable to catch up to it. Irizarry able to snap out of his slump in a big way. It's his first hit in 3 ball games, and back to the top of the order, it's Bo Jaworski. Well, now a conversation on the rubber between the catcher Scott Donahue and the starting pitcher Cam Cavani, who's been locked in. He's had his eyes on the prize so far here tonight, and a quality start so far for the Silver Knights. And that's going to bring out the manager, Kyle Jackson, who has already signaled down to the bullpen, and this might be the end of the road for Cavani. So that's going to be the end of the night for the left-handed starting pitcher, Cam Cavani, who is going to depart with a 1-out base runner. That's Alex Irizarry, who's in scoring position. Cavani here tonight, allowing just 2 hits, recording 4 strikeouts, and did not issue any walks. So a new reliever coming into the ball game for the Silver Knights. We'll meet him when we come back. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio. New reliever in the ball game. The runner, Irizarry, is going to throw to third. It is a good one. It's going to be in time. Irizarry gone down trying to steal third base. And that's going to erase the base runner. So on the first pitch of the night from the new reliever, that is right-hander Will Perkowski, rising sophomore out of Penn State, New Boston, New Hampshire native. His measurables 6'4", 210. Jaworski swings through strike one on the fastball, and that's going to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. So a big change in events here. As Jaworski now into the hole. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there is ball 2. That's going to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Perkowski so far this summer with Nashua, 3.44 ERA and 15 2/3 innings worked as Jaworski's popped up. This is playable for the catcher Donahue in front of the third base dugout where the Silver Knights are. Is going to wrap up the inning. So Norwich had a double off the bat of Irizarry, but it was later caught stealing, and Norwich down here in the 6th inning, still held scoreless. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Radio.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer. And as always, go see Unicorns.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for your Sea Unicorns, Quinnipiac University, number 28, Mike Pansini. Pansini now pitching for Norwich.
Unicorn fans, plenty of must-see events coming up at Dodd Stadium. Every Friday night home game is followed with post-game fireworks. And the Saturday night entertainment series continuing. On Friday night, the Norwich Unicorns will be here at home as they will play host to the Future League Road Warriors on both Friday and Saturday. And then on Saturday night, it will be Possum who will be here at the ballpark. First pitch aggressive and swing. There's a fly ball lifted out to center field. And there to make the catch on it is Trey Porter. That'll take care of the leadoff hitter in the inning. River Hart is the new pitcher for Norwich. Mike Pansini will make his second appearance for the Norwich Unicorns. Pansini out of Quinnipiac University did not play this past season with the Bobcats. It's a pinch hitter for the Nashua Silver Knights. This is going to be newcomer and a recent addition, Shane McNamara, who is a rising senior out of Southern New Hampshire, Londonderry, New Hampshire native. He's going to bat in this spot in the order for Brady O'Brien. So O'Brien in his Silver Knight debut is going to finish 0-2 with a couple of flyouts. The 2-0 delivery is swung through for strike one. Poncini back into the count. Poncini, a native of Hebron, Connecticut, 6'4", 200. He worked a scoreless inning on July 5th against the Westfield Starfires in a 4-1 victory for Norwich. The 2-1 deliveries popped up into shallow left field. There is A.J. Soldier to make the catch on it. So 2 up and 2 away. Both a pair of flyouts here to start the inning. We'll bring up the catcher, Scott Donahue. Poncini, similar to his first outing back against Westfield, pitching to contact once again. Trying to work a scoreless 7th inning. Donahue, the catcher, flew out and struck out. The 2-0 delivery is on the outside corner for strike one. Nice frame and target presented there by Owen Turner, who's making his first start of the summer with Norwich. So he'll be a incoming freshman at Yale University with the Bulldogs. The right-hander Poncini set at the belt. The 3-1 delivery is upstairs, and that's going to go to the backstop. Thought that was ball 4, but I guess the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. And good thing nobody was on the base pass. There's been a couple of times that Turner's been crossed up back behind the plate. Our righty's 3-1 delivery. There is ball 4. It's a 5-pitch walk. It's the first issued by Poncini this summer with Norwich. That one just on 5 pitches. So to the bottom of the order, it's Jeff Valdez, the third baseman. He popped out to the catcher back in the 3rd inning and was a strikeout victim back in the 5th. Slow lead building for Donahue as Poncini's ahead of the third baseman Valdez. Valdez batting .267 for Nashua, entering play tonight. Here's the 1 delivery. That one misses well outside into the lefty batter's box, and that's going to run the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a little tapper off to the third base side of the rubber. Barehanded, now slipping is Poncini. It's going to be an infield base hit for the third baseman, Jeff Valdez, as the reliever Poncini slipped as he went to try and field the baseball. And that's going to be the end of the road for Poncini, who's going to depart with a pair of base runners. As the manager, Kevin Murphy's already signaled down to the Norwich bullpen. Now he's going to have a chat on the mound, but I believe that Unicorn manager already pointed down to the first base bullpenner. The bullpen out in right field where there's a right-hander loosening. So maybe not. Poncini's going to get a chance to work out of it as the leadoff hitter, A.J. Ashantino, will come to the plate. Runner at second is Scott Donahue, and the runner at first is Jeff Valdez. So after Poncini was able to retire the first 2 Silver Knights he faced in order, has run into a bit of a jam here. The breaking ball is just downstairs for ball 1. Poncini is a freshman in 2023 with the Bobcats, was 1-2. Recording 3 saves to a 5.88 ERA in 14 appearances. There's a pitch lifted foul and out of play, and count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Prior to attending Quinnipiac. Mancini attended RHAM High School in Hebron, Connecticut, where he played baseball and basketball and was named all conference as a junior and a senior, and named all state as a senior, and played in both junior and senior Connecticut All-Star games. He was also a winner of the 2019 Connecticut Legion Championship. The 2-1 delivery is swung through and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. At Quinnipiac, Mancini is studying business. He'll be entering his junior year with the Bobcats. We'll also be joined by Alex Irizarry, who's the shortstop behind him. The 2-2 delivery is in there for strike 3. Mancini able to catch Ashentino looking, and that's how the inning will end. Mancini able to work around a couple of base runners. It's stretch time here in the Rose City. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio.
And stretch. And sing along with Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Thank you, Select Physical Therapy, for sponsoring our 7th inning stretch all season long. I have the 4.
The Norwich Unicorns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at goseaunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
The Norwich Unicorns are proud to host First Responders Night this Friday when the Future League Road Warriors come to town. The Unicorns are offering an $8 ticket that includes a hot dog, bottle of water, and bag of chips to all first responders as a thank you for the services they provide our community. Once again, to all of the true heroes, we cannot wait to welcome them inside the ballpark at Thomas J. Dodd Stadium this Friday when the Unicorns will play host to the Future League Road Warriors. Gates will open at 5:30 and first pitch at 6:30 with post-game fireworks. Still Perkowski on the mound for the Silver Knights, who worked a scoreless 6th inning. There's a bouncing ball. Hits the third base bag over the head of Valdez. Extra bases on the way for Trey Porter, who will go in standing to second. It's a leadoff double and a fortuitous bounce. Plays the geometry right off the third base bag over the head of Jeff Valdez. I'm not sure if we caught it on our replay, but we'll give it a look here. I think we will have that. That ground ball that did go off the third base bag sent Valdez for a little bit of a spin there, and it leaked through into left field. Norwich in business to begin matters here in the home 7th. A.J. Soldier will come to the plate with Porter aboard at second. Perkowski's first delivery is outside corner. Ooh, it'll look to be a bit outside, but Perkowski is the benefit of the call. It's strike one. Soldier once again batting in the number 3 spot in the batting order for Norwich. And that is a ball outside, and the count is even. Soldier over his last 5 games, hitting .285 with a double, a triple, an RBI, and 4 runs scored. A chance to plate the first run of the night for Norwich. Porter bouncing around at second, and the right-hander's delivery swung through for strike 2. Soldier, a native of Orange, Connecticut, attended Amity High School and was named at Amity. And while with Amity in 2022, was first team All SEC and All State, and was the team MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Battling with 2 strikes is Soldra. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. It's bounced to short. Moving in is Ashantino. His throw across the diamond is in time to take care of Soldra. But advancing 90 feet on the weakly hit ground ball is Trey Porter. And Norwich has their first base runner of the night to third base. It will bring up Connor Lane for the Unicorns, whose bat is turned white hot. Trying to get aboard for the first time tonight is Lane here tonight, who has flew out to left field and popped out to the first baseman Owen Carey in foul territory as the first pitch breaking ball is down Broadway for strike 1. Righty on righty matchup here between Perkowski and the DH Connor Lane. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Another good looking breaking ball hits the outside corner. Lane behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Lane had a big game on Sunday where he finished 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Looking to get Norwich on the board in the 7th. The 0-2 delivery is fouled away back into the bleachers. Just able to protect was Connor Lane out of Old Saybrook, Connecticut, who's been receiving consideration for the upcoming MLB draft, and again is able to punch one foul into the Unicorn dugout as it goes in and back out. Good thing everyone appears to be okay over there. Batter on deck for Norwich is a pinch hitter. It's Antonio Ducatelli. We'll have a chance to try and get Norwich on the board, and if not, maybe tie the game as Connor Lane is. Ooh, it just goes foul. Lane was able to reach out and had a chance to get Norwich on the board, but it just drifted into foul territory on the third base side. Lane has been in full protection mode. Has fouled off the last 3 in a row against the right-hander Perkowski, who's 0-2 delivery. There's a high fly ball lifted out to left field. Moving back is the left fielder. There to make the catch is Harden. Tagging up and scoring is Trey Porter. It's the 5th RBI in the last 2 games for Connor Lane, and it's the Duke coming to the plate, the reigning Norwich Unicorn Player of the Week, Antonio Ducatelli. We'll show you some of the success that Ducatelli has had for the Norwich Unicorns as of late for Norwich. If we can find that potentially before the Central Connecticut State product comes to the plate. It was Norwich just down by a run here. It's Ducatelli. Leaves and misses at the first offering he sees. Ducatelli fouls one back. It's strike 2. Ducatelli last week for Norwich was 6-4-11 to the tune of a 5.55 average. Reaches out. It's poked into shallow center field. A long run in for Walker, who lays out and makes the catch. Nader Walker had to go a long way to try and make that catch. And he's going to come up with the baseball, and that is going to end the inning. An incredible catch in shallow center field by Nader Wachter will close the books here in Norwich. It's a 2-1 lead for Nashua. Headed to the 8th inning. You're watching Sea Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio.
So, okay, Mr. Cow and Kylie, on your mark, get set, go! And they're off. It's pretty even. Kylie is pretty fast. She's running really, really hard. Oh, a little help from Kylie's friend, and she wins it in a runaway. Great job, Kylie. I think that cow was kind of milking it for all it could.
I'm down $50. I don't know what makes it.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching the Sea Unicorns from the University of Massachusetts, number 35, Kaylin Powers. Kaylin Powers now pitching for Norwich. Your attention, please, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Remaining in the ball game and now playing right field for the Sea Unicorns. Antonio Ducatelli. Ducatelli now in right field for Norwich. Well, fans, let's give our final number this evening in our mini cow game. It's number 31. If your mini cow has a 31 on it, head on up to the Dime Bank information booth to claim your prize. Number 31, our last winning number of the evening. Leading off the top of the 8th inning for Nashua, center fielder Nader Wachter.
Norwich has made a call to the bullpen here in the 8th inning. It will be up to right-handed reliever Callan Powers in a 2-1 ball game as we enter the top of the 8th inning here in Norwich. Nader Wachter will lead it off, and it's just so funny after you make a web gem catch in the field, you're down to lead off the next inning, and that's the case here for Wachter, who is back up for the 4th time tonight. Powers so far this summer for Norwich in 6 appearances is 7 2/3 innings worked, has allowed 16 hits, 8 earned runs to the tune of a 9.39 ERA. Ahead of the leadoff batter in the inning, Nader Wachter, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Powers, a rising sophomore at the University of Massachusetts. Haddam Neck, New York native. Tapper over to short on the backhand side. Irizarry on the run in midair. That throw's going to get away from the first baseman, Bo Jaworski. And there to back him up there was the second baseman, Christopher DePrima. So it's going to be an infield base hit. Irizarry in midair had to try and muscle up to try and get every ounce of energy behind it. Bounced in the dirt in front of the first baseman. Jaworski was unable to scoop it out. It's a leadoff base runner for Nashua, represented by Wachter. It'll bring up the first baseman, Owen Carey, who's aggressive on the first pitch he sees as it's lifted back and out of play for strike 1. Nashua tonight, 2 runs on 7 hits. Norwich been held to just 3 hits here tonight and finally was able to push across their first run of the night. Looking for some more late inning heroics, but up to Callan Powers to hold the line here in the 8th inning. And there's a hard hit fly ball out to right field, moving back, still going back. Ducatelli at the wall, it's off the wall. Extra bases on the way there for Owen Carey, and that should bring that base runner back to third base. That was Nader Wachter, so back-to-back hits to start things out for Nashua, as that one is going to be a ground roll double. So it bounced and then went over the line out there in the right center field gap, as it chased the right fielder Ducatelli all the way out to the wall. In a sticky situation here is Callan Powers. The infield defense for Norwich is moved all the way in, as it's Drew Loikis to the plate, who swings through strike one. Powers from the stretch. The righty's delivery is tapped off the handle of the wooden bat for strike two. That was not the plan for Aiden Zorin, but now in protection mode. Zorin tonight is 0 for 3. The infield all the way in for Norwich. There is a pitch reached down and poked foul. The batter on deck is Drew Loikis. Norwich still looking to spot their first out in the top of the 8th inning, as they try and keep this game within striking distance. The big bats for Nashua have come through in the early goings of the top of the inning. There's strike 3. A big wave and a miss there from Zorn. And Powers has the big punch out. It's the first out for Nashua in the 8th.
The second baseman, Drew Loikis.
With one out and still 2 aboard. The infield defense still all the way in. It's Drew Loikis to bat. He is the difference maker right now for Nashua. His RBI double has given the Silver Knights both of their runs here tonight. That came back in the 4th inning. The runner at third is Nader Wachter, and the runner at second is Owen Carey. Right-hander Power set at the belt. The 0-1 delivery is just outside, and that will even the count. Power is running in the 1-1 delivery. That one sawed off foul on the first base side, and the count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Powers trying to battle his way through some traffic here in the 8th inning. 1-2 delivery to Loikis is a high chopper to third off the glove of Tirado. Recovering and is not going to have a play anywhere. The bases are loaded for Nashua with 1 away, but a good thing Tirado got a piece of it to hold it in the infield. That prevents a potential 3rd run from crossing the plate. It will also allow the Norwich defense to return to standard depth. As a freshman, Powers with the Minutemen made 11 appearances and was responsible for a 7.4 ERA, finishing with a 1-1 record and a save, while striking out 11 in 20 2/3. Hunting an important second out. They were going to charge Anthony Tirado with an error on that softly hit ground ball. So that's going to load the bases here. And the 1-0 delivery. That one's downstairs, and now it's 2 balls and no strikes. For Toronto, that is his 14th error of the summer. And the first error of the night for Norwich defensively. Powers behind in the count, 2-0. And there's a fly ball lifted out to right center field. It's going to go out to the wall. More extra bases on the way. That's going to bring home one, and it will bring home a second. That's an RBI double, and that's going to plate the third and fourth runs of the night as it was walloped out to the wall in right field off the bat of River Hart, who continues to cause all kinds of damage. And that's going to extend the lead to 3. So runners at second and third for Nashua with still 1 away. Powers is delivering on the backhand side. That's going to leak behind Irizarry. It's going to bring home the third run of the inning. So back-to-back mistakes here by Norwich is going to prove to be costly. First it was Toronto, then later Irizarry. It's a 5-1 lead for the Silver Knights. And 3 have already scored in the inning. Norwich, who had played some tremendous defense to begin this ballgame, has run into some trouble here in the 8th. There's a pitch, sawed off foul. By Scott Donahue. McNamara reaches on the air, committed by Irizarry. It's the 5th error of the summer for Irizarry. It's short. Runners at the corners for Nashua. As the catcher Donahue is behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. It's been a rocky road for Powers in the 8th inning, which has seen the lead for Nashua grow to 4. And there is going to be strike 3. Powers fools Donahue with the big breaking ball. It's an important second out. Norwich one step closer to finding their way out of the 8th inning. That'll bring up the third baseman, Jeff Valdez, who swings through strike 1. A good-looking off-speed pitch to begin this battle. Valdez reached on an infield hit his last time up. 5 runs on 9 hits for Nashua, and they've also capitalized on a pair of mistakes made defensively by Norwich. Right-hander's delivery home. That's punched into right field. That's going to bring home the 4th run of the inning. And the Silver Knights have jumped out to a 6-1 lead. So it's a multi-hit effort for Valdez. And back to the top of the order we go. It's A.J. Ascentino. Nashua has been swinging their bats better as of lately, and they've been swinging it better against Norwich pitching. A team that was in the midst of a 4-game skid entering play on Sunday when these two teams began the 3-game stretches. Started to turn themselves around here. And it's Norwich trying to find themselves here. Trailing by 5 in the 8th. Powers' 1-0 delivery is inside for ball 2. Nashua is a team holding a batting average of .258. They've gotten the clutch hits when they've needed it most. The 2-0 delivery is leaved at and missed for strike 1. The breaking ball for Powers has been on point so far in this outing. And unfortunately is been the recipient of some poor defense behind him. And Norwich has had to pay the ultimate price. The 2-1 delivery is knocked foul on the first base side, and that'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norwich comes to the plate in the bottom of the inning. It'll be Anthony Tirado and Owen Turner, as well as Christopher DePrima, 6, 7, and 8. And there's a line drive right into the glove of A.J. Soldra, who came charging in to make the catch, and that will finally put a close to the inning. But the damage is done by Nashua. They've taken a comfortable 5-run lead. The Silver Knights holding a 6-1 lead over Norwich as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio. Thank you, Capital Property Group in Jewett City, for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on SNSN. Capital Property Group can be found on Facebook. Head over to Facebook to find more information about Capital Property Group as we thank them for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on SNSN Radio on YouTube. Headed to the bottom of the 8th inning here in Norwich, and a chance for us to catch you up on what's going on around the Future League out-of-town scoreboard. The New Britain Bees winners today at home over the Westfield Starfires 9-4. The Brockton Rocks holding a 2-1 lead over the Worcester Bravehearts on the road at Fitton Field. And the Future League Road Warriors clinging to a 1-0 lead against the Vermont Lake Monsters at Centennial Field. That game's in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kowski's 0-1 delivery to Tirado is outside, and the count is even for Kowski. Back out there for his 3rd inning of work, and with some nice cushion now, thanks to a 4-run top of the 8th. Tirado bounces it back to the rubber. Perkowski underhand will lob it over to Owen Carey at first base, and the leadoff batter for Norwich is retired to start things out.
The catcher, Owen Turner.
So it's the catcher, Owen Turner, to bat for the 3rd time tonight. 10 runs and 10 hits and 6 runs for Nashua. Norwich 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors defensively. 0-2 delivery is inside for ball 1. Owen Turner attended Brothers Rice in Michigan. That's going to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Owen Turner also able to come up with some clutch hits for Brothers Rice in his senior season. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. That's inside, and the count is full. Here comes the full count delivery from Perkowski. That one is sawed off foul on the 3rd base side. That one tied him up inside. Turner has a pop time in between 1.95 to 2.03 seconds. Here's the full count delivery. It's downstairs for ball 4. Turner draws the leadoff walk to start things out with one away for Norwich. So after Tirado was retired, Turner follows it up with a one-out walk. And it'll bring up the second baseman, Christopher DePrima. DePrima, a two-way player out of Yale University, Fort Lauderdale, Florida native. Yale, offensively a .266 average in 26 ball games. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. That's punched through into right field. It's a fair ball. That's going to wire and wrap around the corner in right field. The green light ahead for Owen Turner, who's coming home. The plate. The throw is not in time. It's a RBI double, the first of the summer for the Yale product DePrima. And Norwich has cut back into the lead. It's 6-2. The outstretched Owen Carey was unable to react in time, and that's going to be the knockout blow. That's going to be the end of the road for Will Perkowski. The entire infield defense for Nashua is going to huddle on the mound. Norwich has fought back a little bit here in this 8th inning. It's been a magical 8th inning for Norwich all summer long. Looking for one more magic ride here tonight against the Silver Knights. New pitcher coming into the ball game for Nashua. We'll meet him when we come back.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Silver Knights from Endicott College, number 40, Kyan Bagshaw. Bagshaw now pitching for Nashua. Taking a look at the on-account scoreboard, top of the 6th. Nationals 4, Yankees 1. That's the top of the 6th. That was the Rays for the Yankees 1. In the top of the 4th, Red Sox 11, Athletics 2. Top of the 5th, Mets 4, Nationals nothing. Once again, it was the Rays 4, Yankees 1 in the top of the 6th. In the Futures League of Final, New Britain 9, Westfield 4. Top of the 5th, Brockton 3, Worcester 1. Bottom of the 7th, Road Warriors 1, Vermont nothing. Those were the Future League scores. Shortstop, Alex Irizarry.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Silver Knights is left-handed reliever Kyan Bagshaw out of Endicott College, Amherst, New Hampshire native, and his first test is going to come against Alex Irizarry, who snapped out of his slump in a big way with a double into the right center field gap. Was later caught stealing, trying to swipe third base. Bagshaw so far this summer with the Silver Knights. In 10 2/3 innings worked. A .84 ERA with 13 punch-outs, a record of 1-0, and also has a save as that one goes all the way to the backstop, and to third goes to Prima. And they're going to say that Irizarry was hit by the pitch, and that's going to have runners at first and second for Norwich. Back to the top of the order, it's Bo Jaworski. Things starting to get dicey for the Silver Knights. Runners at first and second for Norwich, DePrima at second, and Irizarry, the base runner, at first. Jaworski tonight is 1 for 3 at an infield base hit his first time up. A hit can mean a run for Norwich, and then Jaworski's backed away, and a pair of stolen bases. That one almost ran in and hit the lefty batter, Bo Jaworski, but was able to swerve away just in the nick of time. That could have loaded the bases, but Norwich will happily take a pair of runners in scoring position and complete count leverage for Jaworski. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There is strike one, and to the disapproval of the Unicorn faithful, they weren't too happy about the strike call, but Bagshaw back into the count. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. That's to the backstop. It's a wild pitch. Chugging home is DePrima. He will score, and Norwich has sliced the Silver Knight lead in half. It's 6-3 here in the 8th inning. More thunder for Norwich in the late innings, as Norwich as a team has outscored opponents now 39-14 in 8th innings. As the crowd continues to come to life, Jaworski ahead 3-1. There is ball 4. That one over his head, and he's going to find his way on base. He was not too happy about it, but that bounce off the padding behind home plate prevented Irizarry from trying to come home. So runners at the corners for Norwich. 3 wild pitches from Bagshaw. Let's put him into a bind here in the 8th. As Trey Porter will come to the plate. Bagshaw with the goals, in Endicott made 17 appearances in his rookie season, was 5-2 with a 3.24 ERA and a 1.08 whip with 31 strikeouts in 25 innings. There's a strike across the knees to Porter, who doubled his last time up as it awkwardly bounced off the third base bag and seeped into left field. Norwich threatening here in the 8th, as there is a ball down low, and Jaworski trying to take second is safe. Right underneath the tag, Bo Jaworski is into scoring position. And Norwich's runner is at second and third now with 1 out. Porter tonight is 1 for 3. Is grounded out and flew out. There is a lazy fly ball that's going to drift foul and bounce into the bleachers down the first base side. And Porter into protection mode. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Porter, a native of Ambler, Pennsylvania, attended Hatboro Horsham High School, or he took his talents to Monmouth University. He's going to rub some rosin on his hands. Porter, at the high school level, was a 3-year letter winner for head coach Pete Moore, and was a 3-time first-team all-conference selection, and earned all county accolades a pair of times. Count is even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. As a junior, Porter was named the Montgomery County Player of the Year and helped Hatboro Horsham make 2 state tournament appearances. Right now trying to help Norwich climb back as he's punched out. 4 strike 3. Was beat on the fastball on the outside corner. It's the second out of the inning, and it's going to be up to A.J. Soldra. Norwich has the tying batter to the plate. It's represented by Soldra. He's yet to homer this summer, but has all kinds of extra base hits. That number is 9 as Soldra watches ball 1 dip below the kneecaps. So Bagshaw, who began this outing in wild form, was all over the place, has started to settle himself down. Here's the 1-0 delivery down Main Street, and that will even the count. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. That one was over the head of Soldra. Not a duck for cover. If the inning continues, it would mean Connor Lane would have a chance. There's a foul ball. That's going to be off the front foot of Soldra. He's wearing some protection around his front foot. The lefty Soldra trying to protect with 2 strikes and an even count against the Endicott product, Kyan Bagshaw. He's trying to maneuver his way and walk the tightrope here in the home 8th. Norwich trailing by 3. One big swing could change this ball game. The 2-2 delivery, that one runs in and plunks Soldra. It's the second hit batter of the inning, and the Norwich Scenic Horns have loaded the bases. It's going to mean a chance for Connor Lane with the bases loaded. Well, that's going to be the end of the road. Bagshaw is going to depart with the bases loaded. New reliever into the ball game for Nashua. We'll meet him when we come back. Norwich still batting and the bases are loaded. You're watching Scenic Horn Baseball. Streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio. New pitcher in the ball game for Nashua is right-handed reliever Andrew Koshi out of Wake Forest University, Albertson, New York native. And Connor Lane is the first test for the right-handed reliever, who is a rising sophomore at Wake Forest. Right now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. It's up to the DH, Connor Lane. It's 1-0 to the... That's going to go to the backstop. That could complete the 3rd run of the inning. Coming home and scoring is DePrima. And it's a 2-run ball game here in the 8th. All the runners advance. It's the 4th wild pitch in the inning offered by Nashua pitching. That one almost plunked Connor Lane. Antonio Ducatelli's the batter in the on-deck circle. Some wildness from the back end of the bullpen from Nashua's open the door. The 2-0 delivery is in there for strike 1. Koshi is a freshman with Wake Forest, appeared in 11 games and recorded 5 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. And there is strike 2. The count is full to Connor Lane. Overall, an 11.37 ERA for Koshi at Wake Forest as a rookie. The full count delivery is swung on and missed for strike 3. Lane down on strikes, but Norwich able to punch across 3 runs. It's a 2-run lead for Nashua as we head to the 9th inning. You're watching Sea Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio.
We have some for the 3rd base side. Let's hear ya! Leading off, we cover the 9th inning for Nashua. Here's center fielder, Nater Watcher.
Ready to go here in the 9th inning. Callan Powers still on the mound for Norwich as a special guest joins me in the booth here. And Mike, things got interesting in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a couple of wild pitches, some wildness. The tensions have started to grow here at the ballpark.
You know, things definitely have gotten a little interesting late here in Norwich, and that just seems to be what happens here in the Rose City late in the 8th inning with the Sea Unicorns trailing. This year alone, they have over 20 runs scored in the 8th inning. Fantastic. Number of 38. How about that, Adam?
Norwich has outscored opponents now overall in the 8th inning, 41-14. It was 38-14 entering play, and Norwich again. Lead inning heroes looking for something. There's a hard hit baseball. It's going to stay in the yard. There is A.J. Soldra. And that'll take care of Nader Wachter, so Callan Power is able to take care of the ever so dangerous Nader walked her. It'll bring up Owen Carey. And Mike, I tell you what, this middle of the order for Nashua, as dangerous as it gets, and if you can get around this part of the order, a real good chance for yourself in the bottom of the inning.
And fortunately for the Sea Unicorns here, usually comes to the disadvantage of them. Dodd Stadium is truly the definition of a graveyard baseball stadium. You know, the only way to really hit it out is if you pull it down that left or right field line. 309 down the corner, although it tends to wrap around like a complete circle. It's really an intricate stadium here, Dodd Stadium, but if the Sea Unicorns can wrap up Nashua's top hitters right here, right now, then they might have a shot at walking this thing off here at Dodd Stadium.
Owen Carey is 3 for 3 tonight. He's yet to be solved, has also drawn a walk. There is ball one as it goes between the legs of the Sea Unicorn catcher. Carey about as dangerous as you could ask from a number 3 hitter in the order. A double, a pair of singles, along with a walk. Powers trying to solve them, though. 1-2 delivery is popped up. Moving back is the shortstop, Irizarry, into shallow left field, and will make the play. And for the first time tonight, Carey is retired. It's the second out in the top of the ninth.
Sea Unicorns defense starting to settle down for Powers. Of course, 2 crucial errors for the Sea Unicorns in the top half of the 8th inning allowed 4 runs to come across for the Silver Knights, although trying to stay as stalwart as they can for Powers heading in to the bottom of the 9th inning.
There's a pitch that turns away. Eden Zorn, who's in left field tonight for Nashua. He's had some success against Norwich pitching as he's aggressive, and that will even the count as it'll sail its way into the concourse on the first base side, and the count is level. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zorn out of Penn State, out of Boston, Massachusetts, bounces it to second. There is DePrima, and his toss to first will end the inning. Callan Powers solves the dangerous top of the Nashua order in order. As we head to the bottom of the 9th, Norwich looking to try and walk it off against the Silver Knights. You're watching Sea Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Radio. Every Sunday at the ballpark is Sunday Fun Day with post-game Kids Run the Bases. Norwich back at home on Sunday against the Westfield Starfires July 14th. And remember, Sundays are also First Mate Club Days. It is open to children 12 and under, and as a member, you will receive a ticket to every Sunday home game, receive a t-shirt and credential to show off your membership in style. Receive discounts at concessions and merchandise stands on Sundays, as well as participate in a season-ending ice cream social for the last Sunday of the regular season. Ducatelli has the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducatelli came into the ball game for Norwich back in the 7th inning as a pinch hitter, replacing Jack Sweeney in right field. The 1-1 delivery is sliced foul on the third base side, and Ducatelli in protection mode, 1-2. Norwich looking for some ninth inning magic tonight against the Silver Knights. Here comes the 1-2 delivery home. It's in there for strike three. Ducatelli rung up on strikes, and there's the first out for Norwich in the home ninth. Koshi able to find that first out. Tirado bunting. It's a good bunt. It's going to be a tough play. It's going to able to keep his base on the first base. There is Owen Carey. We'll have to take a look at that one ourselves here in the booth as Tirado perfectly dropped a bunt to the third base side and just maybe able to keep his back leg on first base was Carey. It's an important second out, and Norwich is down to their final out tonight. It's going to be up to Owen Turner to try and get something started, but 2 outs. If the inning were to continue, it would mean Christopher DePrima would have a chance. There's a hard hit ball to third. Valdez at his knees. His throw across the diamond is a wide one and is going to bounce into the seats. Turner is aboard. It's an infield base hit. It was on the backhand side of Valdez. And Norwich will keep the ball game alive a little longer for Chris DePrima. That's the Yale product and two-way sensation DePrima, who welcomed himself to the Rose City already with a double in this ball game. That was down the line in right field. And waves through the first offering he sees. That's the first hit of the summer for Owen Turner. On that bouncing ball to the backhand side of Valdez. And that's going to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. DePrima is the tying run for Norwich. And as Mike mentioned, it's very difficult to hit the ball out of here. So Norwich trying to play some small ball here and work some counts against Andrew Koshi. Trying to lock down a save for Nashua. It would be their second win in a row, and both against Norwich. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. There's a high fly ball into left field, and moving over and making the catch on it is River Hart. That's how the ball game will end. It was a hanging, breaking ball. DePrima hit it well, but play in left field by Hart is going to end this ball game. Norwich battled back, but unfortunately, the 4-run 8th inning for Nashua, too much for Norwich to try and overcome here tonight. We'll take a moment and step aside. Don't go anywhere. The post-game recap coming up next right here on the Futures League Baseball Network and on YouTube on SN Radio.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Sea Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40 person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseaunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer, and as always, Go Sea Unicorns.
Welcome back to Norwich here for the post-game recap here on this Cow Appreciation Night at the ballpark. It's the visiting Nashua Silver Knights who win their second in a row against the Norwich Unicorns, taking this one by a final score of 6-4. 6 runs on 10 hits and 1 error for the Silver Knight defense, and 4 runs for Norwich on 5 hits. They made 2 errors, and really it was a big 8th inning for this Nashua team, which would strike for 4 runs. A couple of errors defensively by Norwich was really the difference in this ball game. Things beginning on the right note for the Silver Knights, thanks to Drew Loikis, who delivered a 2-run RBI double back in the top of the 4th inning. Starting pitcher Cam Cavani was about as dominant as you could ask, who would retire the next 15 batters in a row after Norwich had the leadoff base runner, Bo Jaworski, reach to begin the night. Norwich was silenced until that 6th inning. Cavani would earn the victory for the Silver Knights. And now it's a big win for Nashua. It's their 2nd in a row. Norwich drops their 2nd consecutive ball game. Cavani, 5 1/3 innings worked, allowed just 2 hits and struck out 5. And now his ERA is 2.51 on the summer. And Cavani overall with Nashua, a 1-0 record. That's the first victory for Cam Cavani, the starting pitcher for the Silver Knights. And Liam Carroll, who worked 4 innings for Norwich and allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and issued a walk while striking out a pair, suffers the loss tonight for Norwich, his first loss he suffers this summer, and his ERA at 2.41 for the University of New Haven product. The save tonight goes to Andrew Koshy. He would secure the final 4 outs of the night for Nashua. And for Koshy, struck out a pair. His ERA now to 2.25. And overall, that's just the first save of the summer for Koshy in 18 2/3 innings worked. It's the Silver Knights who are victorious on this Cow Appreciation Night. And a thank you to Mountain Dairy Farm for tonight's partnership. Norwich will be on the road tomorrow as they will head out to Nashua into the Gate City for the final meeting of 3 with the Silver Knights, as Norwich will try and salvage the 3-game set before Norwich will return home and will have a 4-game homestand, which will begin right here at Dodd Stadium on Thursday night. And then the Unicorns will play host to the Road Warriors on Friday and Saturday. And the homestand will conclude on Sunday. So 4 in a row at home for Norwich after they will try and find their way back into the win column tomorrow night in Nashua. The time of the game here tonight is 2 hours and 24 minutes. Once again, the Nashua Silver Knights winners here tonight by a final score of 6-4 over the Norwich Unicorns. Norwich will return home to the Rose City on Thursday. That meeting will come against the Worcester Bravehearts. And Worcester's been a team that Norwich has had some difficulties with this summer. Once again, Norwich drops this one by a final score of 6-4, and are 20-14 overall through their first 34 ball games. Once again, I'm Adam Plager saying thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you right here on Thursday night when the Norwich Unicorns will play host to the Worcester Bravehearts. First pitch scheduled for 6:30, and the pregame coverage will get underway at 6:15 local time.